How do you gain the trust of your own son when he doesn't know who you are? Let's get your stuff together. Let's organize these things that are going on in your head so you don't lash yourself every day. You don't feel guilty every day. And so going into my last climb, I had to kill these old demons that I had brewing deep inside me. You robbed me from a moment. I was expecting the nirvana. I was expecting the drug, the heroin. I was expecting the drive, right? Like the moment. It never came. We have to allow ourselves to receive love and to receive help and not look at it as a weakness. Look at it as a strength to accept it. Your expression of your powerful human is up to you. But don't ever believe that you don't have it or you're not one of them, because you are.
Welcome to Live Well, Be Wise, the podcast that deepens the well-being conversation, finding the gold in your stories of hardship and the connection to wise action and lived wellness.
We are your hosts, Dorinda Carlson
and Kari Lyons-Price. Okay, friends, the longest episode by far, but so delicious you will be left wanting more. Meet July's neighbor, Ruben Payan Jr. He shares today his profound and powerful story, taking us from childhood abandonment to being a young father who joins the Marines, all the way to the 7 summits, the world's highest mountain on each continent. And yes, he has climbed them all. And yes, he lives right here in our valley. Ruben is many things: kind, humble, devoted, courageous, and without any doubt, strong. We hear today through his tears and laughter how he met his demons and came through the clouds to find a life where he searches no more, where gratitude is his anchor and being in service to others his purpose. No doubt, Ruben had us on the edge of our seats, holding our breath, sending chills up and down our spines as he tells us the life-altering journey that begins 30 minutes from the summit of Mount Everest. All of which gives birth to his brand, Powerful Human. We truly hope you enjoy this episode as much as we did recording it. And by the way, grab some tissues. We're sure you're going to need them. And something new and fun today, too. A hilarious outtake I've tucked way at the end of the recording. You won't want to miss it, so listen all the way to the end. We're so excited to welcome into the studio today Ruben Payan Jr. He is a new neighbor, someone I met through a friend, and I just called him up one day and I said, "Hey, I hear you have a story. Would you come talk with us?" So welcome in today, Ruben. We're so happy you're here.
Thank you very much for having me. It's an honor to be here with you folks and the space that you've created me to share.
Why don't you give us just a little bit of something that helps people know who you are in our community?
So my name is Ruben. I'm originally from a small town of Buckeye, Arizona. It's actually Rainbow Valley is like a suburb of Buckeye. I was raised by my grandparents. Story goes, as I was dropped off about 6 months old, family took me in. Mom has her own struggles. And my grandfather said, "Bring them home. Let the family raise them," which is a whole other topic that kind of had to deal with when I was a little older.
Yeah.
Abandonment issues and wanting to be wanted and all those things that you, as a young man, battle.
So this was a biological grandfather.
Yeah.
Grandparents.
I didn't get the answer to the questions until after he passed, because I always wondered, like, was I really wanted? Was I more of a burden? And I took my grandmother out to have a lunch and kind of those intimate conversations, and she's 92 now. And I said, what was going through Dad, my grandfather, I call him Dad, what was going through his mind when you're bringing this other mouth to feed? Now, mind you, my grandparents already had 10 kids in the house.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
And how old were
Okay.
they when you arrived?
So my oldest, Uncle Frank, he was probably in his 20s. But that's a full house on one income. It's a whole other topic, how they pulled it
Right.
off, right? And so I've always wondered, was I a burden, a struggle? And to my surprise, my grandmother said, absolutely not. Now, mind you, I had been living with this story of nobody wanted me, nobody wanted me. I was just that, little runt that just kind of someone had to take in. And I was kind of like lived by that. And sometimes I drew strength from that. And my whole world came crashing in when my grandmother said to me, oh, no, that's kind of silly. Like it was actually your dad's idea, your grandfather's idea. Because in his mind, he thought it would be easier if the whole family raised little Ruben.
Oh.
Okay, tears.
It just hit me.
It's interesting, the stories we tell ourselves all our lives and then come to a realization. And then your heart was already, I think, kind of broken, or at least it was torn, like with these ideas of not belonging or not being wanted. And then it probably exploded when you found out you were truly, truly loved.
It made me re-question all the times that I sat there angry.
And how old were you in that moment?
I was
Your grandma?
about 32.
Oh.
I was an older man.
Yeah. You'd lived a long time already.
But I was constantly asking questions. I wanted to know answers to the questions in order to understand about your life. And it's not just your perspective, it's everyone else's perspective too. And sometimes you don't want to have those conversations. Part of it is maybe I was right.
Yeah, and we don't want to know.
Right.
I don't want to be validated around the fact
I don't
that I was
want to
never wanted. Come
Right.
on.
Yeah.
It's like the
don't wanna-
sharpest arrow.
I don't want my grandmother in the moment of honesty and truth and
Right.
yeah, you were a burden. You're a pain in the butt. I don't want to. So you push off these conversations, but
Yeah.
sometimes you got to jump in the fire. And all of a sudden I sat there at Cracker Barrel. And I'm like, oh my God.
Cracking open at the barrel. Dang. Oh.
Crack her open. And I'm like, oh my God. You mean I was wanted? This is the dialogue that's happening in my mind. And she looked at me like I was silly. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
your dad said, go get little Ruben. Your mom was still young. She wasn't ready to settle down. She likes Harley Davidsons and, doing her thing, which I understand. And he said, bring him home. The tribe will raise him. His thought was, there'll always be some extra food on someone's plate. And you put a few plates together of food that people don't want to eat, and he'll be okay.
Yeah.
And so it's so powerful for me. Wow. It was that moment I realized, like, maybe I should start asking some more questions about some of the things that I thought were real.
Yeah. Was that the first time you feel like a powerful question began to change your life?
I think there's some core questions about your identity that you're always asking, especially when you come from a broken home where your biological parents divorce and under their own circumstances. When you get older and you get wise, and you're like, how do you expect a 21-year-old to make all the right decisions? My dad was 19. My mom was 21, 22 years old. And here I am, getting ready to be 50 years old. And I'm like, I can't be angry with them anymore.
Wow.
It's a weight to lay down.
And it comes from you and your own trials and obstacles that you have to accomplish, and being a parent of my own and looking at my son and watching him make mistakes. And I'm like, oh my God, that was my mom and dad trying to figure out how to navigate me when they still wanted to be kids.
No, that's so true. My daughter says all the time, because now she's 31, but at 25, she said, I am the age you were when you had me. I cannot even imagine having a baby right now, someone who's dependent on me.
100%. And then it just puts things in perspective. And you're like, oh my God, maybe I can forgive myself for being angry
Is that ongoing?
I'm much better now.
Yeah.
Because I've been able to have conversations with my mom, with my dad.
Okay, you're still in a relationship
Oh,
with them?
yeah. And talk to them like, what was going on? Now that we're older, I'm not angry anymore.
Yeah.
Tell me what was going on. And my mom's like, I just didn't want to settle down. You know, she's going to be 70 years old, and there's no reason for her to lie. Like, I just didn't want to settle down. I wanted to still have fun. But your dad broke my heart. I talked to my father.
Yeah, what's his story?
And he's like, your mom was just a little too wild for me. And recently I had a conversation with mom, and she's having some health issues, and she's like, I have no regrets. I haven't taken my foot off the gas since I was 16. And so when you ride hard at life like that, and you drink and you smoke and you do things that you're just like, I'm after fun. And after that next adrenaline rush, the body can't keep up with what the mind wants it to do. So having that conversation with her, and her just saying, like, I'm in acceptance. I accept that my body's failing on me. So it's been peaceful.
Gained that valuable insight around them as people.
Yeah.
I think that has helped me heal my relationship with my parents, because they're all imperfect. Oh my gosh, our parents ever imperfect, because we are.
Totally. And somewhere in
flawed.
our minds as children, we expect our parents to do everything right.
I know.
And it was beautiful because I got a chance to understand parenting styles. Like, you have to learn what relationships are. You have to learn like how to accept love, how to give love.
Yes.
How do you expect to figure it out from the guys in the locker room? You can't.
No.
So it has to be something that you're seeing and you're around, and you're like, okay, that's what feeling love's supposed to be like, or experience. But then you talk to my grandmother, and I said, oh, what was your childhood like? It was hard. Talking about the Depression era now, okay?
Yeah.
There's no fun happening.
Survival.
And she was the oldest of 5 or 6 children. So at 12 years old, guess what she's doing? She's helping my grandma, my great-grandmother, change diapers and be a young woman.
Yeah.
Like full-blown young woman.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, 12.
12 years old. Well, guess what happens 3 years later when she's 15? Well, here comes Mr. Sidiaco, this 22-year-old man, right? Just swept her off her feet. And now she's 15 years old, 16, just turned 16. And, they take off together. This was normal back in the day, And now, a year later, 2 years later, she's pregnant. Childhood gone. And we expect that woman, right, based on what she saw and she experienced, to be this ball of love. Right. Grandma's not like that.
No.
Because that didn't work for her. No. Save your money. Save your canned food. Don't be wasteful. Be frugal. And stick close to God.
I would suppose frugal meant also the feelings.
100%.
Like she didn't have energy to feel the feelings.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's more of a 21st century thing.
Absolutely.
So she has 9, 10 children of her own, plus my sister, plus myself, right? Her whole life has been changing diapers, getting up in the middle of the night. That's been her life. That's her identity. But I needed to understand how my mom learned love. And I had to go to my grandmother and understand how she learned it. And no one ever taught it to anybody.
It is interesting how you're talking about all these elements of life that impact our life dramatically, and we don't talk about it. We don't learn it. We have role models, but then, as you're showing us, all our role models are learning by trial and error themselves.
100%. You have no plan. You have no map. And you're trying to pick here and there what works until you go through a few broken relationships yourself.
So what do you know now, Ruben, about love?
You can't expect someone else to give it to you.
And we all want it desperately. We need it to grow, right? Just like a plant.
Yeah.
Getting sunlight, we need love. And so where does that leave leave us when we can't expect it? How do we give it to ourselves?
You have to just be grown.
Yeah.
You have to grow it within yourself. And you have to ask those questions. And you have to be able to detach from painful things and just look at them and say, is that serving me? Is that behavior serving me? Is that reaction serving me today in the life that I want to create?
Yeah, the life we want.
So that's a lot of wisdom there.
It is.
To come to in order to even get to where you are now, to ask those questions is a lot of awareness. And so at some point, I would like us to get to the timeline of you having this discussion with your grandmother, and then the timeline of you being in the military and doing your climbs. Where are you learning, and where did you have this aha moment to ask yourself these questions?
Well, I think if you rewind, going through your childhood and not feeling wanted, you always feel like the black sheep. Understand kind of a little bit of why I would feel that way.
Yeah.
I remember being a child, and he makes stories up. Maybe you're not from this planet. I remember I would stand in the middle of the grass field, and I would just look at the stars, and I would think, I know there's a spaceship coming. I know it's coming.
Right.
Because I can't be from this family. They're crazy.
That's so beautiful and normal and magical and heartbreaking. And
I woke up the next day and they were still in the kitchen. So you start accepting. And I became a father at a very young age, just turning 17. And I said to myself, I was firmly committed, I'm not going to be like my father. This is still me diving into the story that my father abandoned me and didn't love me and all of those things. And I said, I'm not going to do it. At the same time, life sets in. You have to pay bills, doctor bills, medical bills, Similac, formula, diapers, wipies. And I'm like, oh God, my God. No, I need to figure out what I'm going to do at 17 years old so that I can not be like my father. And not being like my father was whatever it takes to provide for my son so that he knows that I was there. Whatever it takes. And so I joined the Marine Corps at 17. And the Marine Corps brought me into a family, hard family, a committed family.
loyal.
To the bone. It was something I was missing. I excelled very well in the Marine Corps. I was wanted. I fit in. A bunch of rejects in there.
Yeah.
Shut up. I got daddy issues too.
Right.
Let's go to the chow hall.
Right.
But they're your brothers. When it's cold, you'll jump in the same sleeping bag. Still to this day, years later, we can pick up right where we left off.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful relationship, which teaches me something else. It doesn't always have to be your family to be family.
Absolutely.
Huge life lesson.
All of those voids, all of those spaces that I was missing, at least for the time of my childhood, my Marine Corps family filled that void for me. As hard as they were, your drill instructors become like a father. You don't like them, but you respect them. Right? Because under the yelling and under the screaming and under the physical, grabbing you, they care about you. They want you to be better. And that's the role of a father, is not to always be soft until you graduated. Once you graduated boot camp, you saw the softer dad come out.
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations.
You passed test 1.
You passed the test.
How many years in the military?
I was 4 years in the military. Interesting thing about it, though, I didn't think about the relationship because I was traveling a lot. I was living abroad, so I'd only see Brandon 2 or 3 times a year.
Yes.
I didn't think about the emotional connection between a father and a son in the first 4 or 5 years of their life.
Sure.
Yeah.
I never
You didn't know.
I had no idea.
No. Yeah.
There was no book.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you didn't get that handbook.
In my mind, I'm doing the right thing. I'm sending money home, and I'm checking those boxes. And he has medical, he has dental. If something goes wrong, he's being taken care of. But I'm not present physically. And so I get out. He's getting ready to start kindergarten, and guess what? He doesn't know Dad.
No.
He knows Dad because of gifts. He knows Dad because clothes were being sent, but he didn't know Dad. So now you go through a period of time. It's like you enter into this young boy's life.
For the first time.
There's the mountain
Yes.
of trust. How do you gain the trust of your own son when he doesn't know who you are?
Mm-hmm.
Something you don't think about.
Ooh.
But you see a father that's present and able to hold him. No words are needed. He feels you. He feels safe. And so it took a long time to gain his trust.
Mm-hmm.
And it was through constantly being present. All he wanted was time.
Time, yeah.
He didn't care about gifts. He didn't care about cars. He didn't care about anything. The most important thing to Brandon is my dad spending time with me.
Yeah.
It's the most valuable thing we can give our children is time. Because when they get older, what do they have? Memories. And memories of what? Not memories of what you bought them.
No.
They could care less. The experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been able, my son is 31 now.
Mm.
So I've been able to fill our lives with beautiful experiences. He lived abroad with my wife and I.
Oh, cool.
He went to school there. I mean, he climbed Kilimanjaro with me.
Nice.
And my wife. And so it's just been a fruitful relationship.
Yeah.
But it didn't come without its hardships.
Wow.
Yeah. So my biggest recommendation is spend time with the kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a lot happening already in your young life. When you come home from the military, you're 21.
Yes.
You learn to be a parent. You meet your son in some ways for the first time. So kind of bring us forward to the impetus for the first climb.
Interesting thing is I kept asking lots of questions. And if you ask lots of questions, the universe will give you answers. Or they'll introduce
Or
you
opportunities.
to the right people.
Yes. Yes.
You don't know when it's going to happen, but they're just the right people. And so I met this gentleman. His name is Steven Ringelstein. And we had this exchange. I would train him once a week, and he would give me a life coaching, business coaching session. It was a beautiful relationship, yeah? He would just kind of guide me. It was a 3-year process. Let's get your stuff together. Let's organize these things that are going on in your head so you don't lash yourself every day. You don't feel guilty every day.
Would you say this was therapy? You said coaching, but you also
I
said
call
business.
it more life coaching. It was
Okay,
kind of
life
like
coaching.
a life
Yeah.
business coaching relationship
Yeah.
because we would talk about how I can, blossom my personal training career and things like that. This is post-Marine Corps. But he was a great mentor. After about a couple years he said, I think it's time for you to go to the Landmark Academy. And so the Landmark Academy is pretty intensive, especially for a young 22, 23-year-old. But it made a lot of impacts because it asks the question, is it what really happened or is it a story that you've made up in your head? That's kind of the whole premise of Landmark. Are you making up a story or is that what really happened? And I'll tell you an interesting thing that they said immediately. It was the first 10 minutes. We're sitting there, about 150 people. And they said, we're going to give you a 10-minute window to get all your refund and money back. We ask one thing of you, just one thing, over the next 2 or 3 days. We need you to let go of all of your titles. I'm a Catholic. I'm a Jew. I'm black. I'm white. I'm a mom. I'm a dad. And I just need you to be a canvas. You have to let go of Jesus. Oh my God. Half the class walked out.
Wow.
I swear to God. And I sat there intrigued. I'm like, I don't really have an emotional attachment to anything right now, so I'm staying,
Yeah.
right? I want to know. And then from there, they start building you up. And you start going through these life experiences that maybe were traumatic. And you start being with them.
So this is like a personal development program.
It's
is
a
that what you
personal,
call it?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the exercises was space. In the Marine Corps, it's one arm distance.
Oh, personal space.
Personal.
Yeah.
And so they did this exercise where they would have someone sit across the room And the facilitator would ask a question, and you would take a step forward and take a step forward and take a step forward and take a step forward. And pretty soon you're like nose to nose with this other person.
A stranger.
A stranger. Mind you, this is post-Marine Corps. I don't like anyone in my space. I still haven't let go of that yet. Unless you're a fellow Marine.
What does it feel like in your body?
It's a complete stress response. It's threatened. I don't know you. I don't trust you. But you're another human being.
Yes, another human being.
On the same path of self-discovery. That was the common denominator that the facilitator was trying to let us know. This person's asking the same questions you are. They're no different.
That's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Afterwards, sit back and you're kind of like, you have an energy dump.
Right.
You know, you just sit there and be with it. And you say, hey, what can I take from this experience to make who I am better? Now, fast forward, I finished the 3 years with Stephen, and he says, go do something big. That's all he said to me. He said, you're done. He's like, you have all the tools that you need. Go do something big with your life.
Gosh.
That's something, right? Like we're always gleaning tools, but then there's the embodiment.
Like, when are you going to take some action? Right. We've been spending 3 years sorting out your closet.
Right?
Yeah.
Figuring out all these identities. Okay, put this on and put that on. And go do something with it. What do we keep doing? We're not ready yet.
Oh, yeah. No, it has to be perfect.
I'm not wearing that shirt, that outfit till that moment.
Yeah.
We're not ready yet. It's always that question like, I'm almost there. We'll take that vacation when? Because we anticipate that there's tomorrow. We anticipate that we'll be healthy next year. Like there's a lot of things that are going, why you push it off.
Yeah. So what happens?
So he said, go do something big. I said, okay, I have to be with this. Like really be with it. And so I said, 2005, I'm going to move out of the country. Take 1 year. It's a perfect opportunity. I'm super vulnerable in terms of like being open to anything, right? And what's the worst that's going to happen? I come back with my tail tucked between my legs, and I come back and I'm a coach again. And so I'm like, I'm just going to move for a year. And so the beginning of 2006, I remember the first of the year, I let all of my clients know, next year, I'm checking out for 1 year. So I gave them a 1 year.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize is that half of them thought I was joking. Which leads into a whole other thing that we don't think about, how your environment perceives you. And I said, if I don't do this, the credibility in my word will be trash forever. And what else is there than your word?
So you had to go. No questions.
No questions about it.
No.
So from the time that I said I was going to leave, from the time that I left, there's a lot that happened in between.
And how old's your son at this point?
My son is 10, 11 years old. And so that was in January. And so May, June, I was working with this lady named Toby. She came in and she's like, hey, guess what? I'm turning 40 soon and I want to get ready for Kilimanjaro. I'm like, okay.
And that's a mountain, right?
That's a mountain. I'm like,
let's not assume we all know what that is.
That's a mountain. It's the highest mountain in Africa.
Thank you.
And she wanted to do her physical training. Well, I had to do some research. I didn't know what it was either.
Right. Quick Google.
I'm like, okay, I can do this. We can get you in shape. And so we started our journey of just kind of getting her in shape and going through all the process. And maybe about 2 months later, she invited me to go on a training hike with her to Mount Humphreys in Flagstaff, about 12,000 feet. I don't want to go. Like, I gave that stuff up when I was out of the Marine Corps. I was just like, I'm like, there's that story. There's another software running behind After Landmark. There was another software like questioning, like, why do you feel that way?
Yep.
Oh, you're just replaying this old thing that you bought into a long time ago.
Right.
Like, I got out of the Marine Corps. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that anymore. So I said, what the hell?
It kind of feels like fact checker.
100%. Yeah.
But also in the meditation world, we would say like the witness, the wise mind.
Yes.
So I said, I'm not listening. I'm going.
Yeah.
Just show up. And so we did this hike. I reached the top of Mount Humphreys, and that was it. Changed the trajectory of my life forever.
What happened on that climb, Ruben?
If you ever had a moment, the last time I had that moment was when my son was born.
I knew you were going to say that. Ooh-wee.
Everything stops.
What is it? Awe.
It's just presence.
Present.
There's no thinking. There's no thoughts. There's nothing but just nirvana. If I could be here forever.
But you weren't thinking that on the way up, right?
No.
Were you thinking that when you were pregnant?
That right? Oh my goodness. There was a point during my pregnancy, we were going to this home birthing class and they showed a film of a home birth. And I was like, oh no, no.
Hell no. Get me out of here.
I mean, I'm already stuck, right? I was like 1 month out and I'm like, oh. But when you're there, I mean, you're right. There's only your breath, your body, the moment.
But the relationship between having a child and climbing a mountain is similar. Because you get halfway through and you're like, oh, I'm already halfway through. Like, all right, now I guess I'm going to finish. There's pain, there's suffering, there's agony, there's sweat, there's tears, there's self-talk. There's a lot of things that are going on from the time you leave, from the time that you reach that moment. With every mountain.
But all of that matters, doesn't it?
It all matters because it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to climb a mountain and just float up there? Why would you want to have a child and not experience it kick you or wake up in the morning and feel sick? And no, you kind of want to feel the struggle. Kind of creates more of a connection to you and whatever you're trying to experience.
Yes.
Feel the struggle, be in it. We talk about that a lot here because we're asking people to unveil their hardships because it is the distillation of the gold.
100%. 100%.
And we can't have the gold without the hardship.
It's an ingredient of it.
Yeah.
You have to have it mixed somewhere in between.
It rips you up.
Oh, my God. And so I reached the top of Mount Humphreys, and this is the drug. This was the high.
Yeah.
And everything else that I believed in climbing mountains went away. And so being the guy that I am, still that Marine that I am, well, I don't just want to climb one.
This was a nice day out.
I climb them all. So within 3 weeks, I tattooed the names of them on my back.
Oh, that was quick. That was much quicker than I anticipated. I mean, okay, wow. We're going down that road.
I'm still riding the wave from the academy that you put your heart on it and just go for it.
Correct.
Now, no one told me how much they cost.
Ooh, yeah.
I still had to figure out where some of them were, like logistically, how do I get there? But it didn't matter. I didn't care.
That was the small stuff.
Nobody told me that at the time there were only 300 people in the world that had done it. But I didn't care. It didn't matter. I said to myself, maybe it'll take me till I'm 65. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to be present. And the universe will guide me. And that's what I live by.
Yeah.
This was in between me still leaving to China. And so...
Can we pause right there? I'm super interested to hear, because one of our questions is always, how do you define wellness? At that time, if I had asked you, what would you have said?
So wellness for me, based on my life experience, had always been the physicality, the strength of it. Your presence. Yeah. Oh my God. That person lives it until I realized that I built a big body to protect myself from the little boy that was scared.
Right.
11 years old, you watch Conan the Barbarian, you're like, I'm going to be
He's
that.
my guy. Yeah. Right.
Because no one will hurt me. I can protect myself. I can protect my mommy. I can protect the people around me. And I have a presence. I have an identity. So this was something that I learned later on. Like, why do I have this big body? It's not because I just like fitness or I like muscles. There's an underlying story. And it's because I need to protect myself. In my older years, I understand it.
Yeah,
I don't
for
live
sure.
with that, but I know this is the reason that makes
You
me
know the
feel
why.
Totally. Which is interesting because through mountain climbing, you lose this.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Can't carry that around.
Heck no.
So going back, I finished the climbs. A few weeks later, I tattooed the names of the mountains. But during this time, I was seeing this girl. I broke my own rule and dated my own client. I know. But her name was Cammie, my wife now. And we just got along.
Spark.
But there was an understanding. Look, Ruben's leaving in February, January of next year. We'll spend some time together. We'll have some fun.
Yeah,
It'll be
have some
good.
fun.
We'll hug. It's nice to just have some companionship before I leave. And so maybe about August, September, I told her I was getting ready for these climbs, and she knew I was going to do the 7 summits, and I was getting ready for Kilimanjaro. We go to dinner, and I'm trying to save face, and I love my wife dearly. But in my mind, I'm like, well, I need to break up with her because I'm getting close.
Right. I got to do this alone. This journey.
Exactly.
I get you. Yeah.
Exactly. I have to do this by myself. Totally.
It probably felt like baggage in a way
100%.
because you're new.
Because this was my idea.
Yeah.
This was my 1 year of going to China and just being by myself in solitude.
You're a canvas.
100%.
Yeah.
And so
But what happened?
actually, we were in the car getting ready to go into the restaurant. I said, what do you think about you coming to China with me? Now, I said the question thinking in my head, she's a manager at Nordstrom's. She has a job. She's secure.
Career.
Everything. She has furniture, everything. So you already make the assumption she's going to say, I would, babe.
Thanks.
But not. Little did I know that her grandparents were huge explorers. I didn't know that Grandpa Dwayne and his wife were traveling the world. So she grew up as a little girl admiring world travel. Good old Ruben didn't know this.
This was the spark.
So when I presented the question to her, within seconds, she's like, heck yeah, let's go. She's on board. And I'm like, what do you mean, let's go? And she's like, I'm like, what about your job? She's like, I'll quit. I'm like, what about your furniture? She's like, doesn't matter. I'll sell it. I'm like, okay, I guess this is going to happen. So I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe her parents will save me.
Right. Tell her, don't do this. You barely know this. How long had you been dating at this point?
We were just dating a few months.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would be the mama
Thank you.
I need to think about this.
Normal parents would be like,
Yeah.
oh, heck no.
And you're 20-something.
Yeah, we're in our 20s, young
Yeah,
20s.
yeah.
And you're not taking my daughter
Right.
to China after just a few months of dating her. Why don't you wait, pump the brakes a
Cool
little
your
bit,
jets.
you two.
Yeah.
Right?
Come
Oh my God.
back and you can pick up where
Oh
you
my
left
God.
off.
Complete opposite.
They're buying her a new suitcase in a minute.
They're like, oh my God, this is a great idea. You guys are going to have a great time. And I'm sitting there at dinner and I'm like, my jaws dropped. And I'm like, everybody's nuts. These parents are crazy. But they're about that life.
Yeah.
They're about taking
Yep.
the horse's reins and go for the ride, figure it out on the way. And,
Another meant to be notch I'm getting here in the story.
Yeah. What it proves to you is life has a plan for you.
Thank you.
It's going to pull you and drag you in places that you need to be. And when you get there and it's uncomfortable, you have to ask the question, what am I here to learn?
I like that you say pull because there's these tugs at your heart, tugs in your intuition. But when you say drag, that is funny because, sometimes it does have to drag you along.
You're here because you're here. There's no story. No. You'll know what it is once you've passed through this.
Right. On the other side.
And just be here.
Yeah.
And okay, we're here. And so Cammie and I
So off you went.
we left to China together. We arrived to Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. And mind you, we're only going to stay a year. We show up to the airport with 11 bags, big suitcases, because, we're going to take all our stuff. Right?
We're Americans.
We're Americans, and I have to have 12 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, we have stuff. Us Americans have stuff.
Amen.
we have an emotional attachment to this
We
stuff.
do.
And it's
Absolutely.
expensive.
Yes.
So we show up to the airport, and we're looking, you have to be at the gate 90 minutes, 2 hours before for your national flights. And we made it in time, but they're trying to figure out how much they're going to charge. There's 2 different flights. Phoenix to LA and LA to Beijing. It's 2 different airlines. So they're talking to Air China from LA to Beijing. How much are these bags going to cost?
Oh.
And it's getting closer to like the planes leaving, right? And I look at Cammie and we're like, we're not missing this flight. I don't care what happens. We're not missing this flight. And I said to the manager, what would happen if we left all of our luggage here? And he's like, we would probably just throw it away. And then Cammie's like, well, let's just grab a couple of things out of the bags and let's just go. And so right there at Sky Harbor Airport, we left everything. Just left it. No fear.
Did it feel freeing?
It didn't feel freeing until we got to China.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we're like, oh my God, something's different.
Yeah.
I can let go and just be here. Interesting thing about it is in an uncomfortable environment, you become almost childlike in a sense of exploration.
Curiosity.
And I don't know anything about anything here. I don't speak this language.
Right.
And everything becomes fun again. It becomes like I have to figure out how to get here. We have to read the map.
Yeah.
We have to do this. And so time flies so fast. And some of the stresses and worries that, being locked down and confined and part of the system just wears in on you.
It does.
And so when you finally detach and you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this feels good.
Different cultural norms and social cues.
100%.
Everything.
100%.
Yeah. What about that personal distance thing?
It went away
Yeah.
because you're in a subway with hundreds of folks and you're here. So maybe
Face
that
to
landmark
face.
experience was to prep me.
Yeah.
Right, for China.
Absolutely.
So you didn't touch somebody every time you got in the subway.
So, but I felt like I was home. And I felt like I didn't have to be who people wanted me to be. I could be hidden. I could just be.
You just hit it. That is freeing.
That is.
I don't have to be the coach. I don't have to be this. I can just be me and just be the child that I have always craved to be.
Yes. Yeah.
And so we spent time in China, and we were at the Beijing Sports University. And then right around that time, right after post-Olympics in Beijing, the financial crisis, remember, it started brewing. And it just ripped through Arizona.
Yeah.
And the majority of my clients were real estate brokers, mortgage lenders, stuff like that. And so I had no clientele to come back to.
Yeah.
And so we made the decision, China's blossoming, 2008. They're open for ideas. And so we decided to stay.
Cool.
From the time that we decided to stay, from the time that we left, is a whole other book.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was a beautiful experience.
Nice.
Which was interesting, being an American, absorbing Chinese culture and being with the Chinese people and still being a patriot, a Marine. And so you listen like, oh, China this and communist this, but you're there and like, these are beautiful people.
Of course.
I'm guessing the experience from the inside is very different.
It's so different. And then you realize that maybe there's a plan to keep us really divided. Something else is going on here. Because I watch one set of news and it says this, and I watch the other and it says this, but the people themselves are really special people. Right? Family is at the core of who they are. They welcome bringing the grandparents back to the house. The grandparents watch the kids. They have their own thing that they do within their culture. It's gorgeous and beautiful. And so I've always had this yin-yang pull-push between being a patriot, right? And being like, my heart's still part of China.
Yeah.
Everything that I've ever wanted to create in my professional career, the heart of it was established abroad. How can I dislike a country that gave me so much for me to develop myself? And that's where I stand with
Talk
China.
about blossoming.
Through life and through listening. COVID happened, and we started seeing the landscape of foreigners in China change. Or having a business wasn't something that you can really plan long term like you can in the U.S.
Gotcha.
As a foreigner in China, the doors were closing with opportunity. So we made the decision to come back.
Yeah.
And my wife says, "Listen, you told me 1 year.
It's been 15, honey.
It's been almost 15. I'm going back to Wenatchee."
Yeah.
My wife wants to be close to the family. By this time, I knew that her family, are best friends, which was a little odd for me. How you could want to have dinner with each other 2 or 3 times a week.
I could
You
see
didn't
where
have that
you were-
experience.
I didn't have that
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah.
right? Right.
Yeah, the family dynamic would be so questionable to you.
It's so questionable. So it was something that I had to learn to be okay with, and learn to accept it. And they accept that, hey, maybe Ruben's not going to the family dinner today. And they're okay with it. And they don't give me any pressure, right? So being in an environment that just allows me to be me.
That's a beautiful thing they gave you.
They gave me they're a beautiful family.
Yeah.
And then I realized after a few years of being here why people come back. Wenatchee sends you on a roller coaster of emotions throughout the year, with its weather, with its beauty, with its darkness, and it challenges you throughout the seasons. But during the time that I was in Beijing, this is where I did the other climbs because I had one climb already completed. And then from there, when I felt that nudge, that pull, then I would say, I feel like it's time for me to climb. And my wife would hold down the fort, God bless her.
Yeah.
And
How long would is there an average how long would you be away on these climbs?
well, it isn't just the climb itself, it's the
No.
training climbs.
That's what I was thinking.
Got you.
Yeah.
So maybe for one climb, I'd have 2 training climbs. I would go to Nepal and I'd be there for a month or 6 weeks. I'd come back for 2 weeks and then I'd turn and go do another climb, like the real climb. And I can only imagine her as a partner saying, there's going to be one time where I'm going to want to do things for myself and you need to step into this role. So I just greatly appreciate it, which leads back to you can't get things accomplished by yourself.
Ooh, let's unpack that. Because we do think we can. We think it's all us. The one channel, one story, one effort.
Takes a village.
It absolutely does, right? Because, I always look at you acquire knowledge and you anchor it through experience to acquire wisdom. And then what do you do with it? What do you find your greatest satisfaction when you have wisdom and you see someone else struggling? Being in service and helping them.
Yeah, you want to share it. You want to tell
Well,
them.
how selfish would it be?
I know, just to hold on to that. Right.
Right? And as a strength coach, people come to me because I have a lot of wisdom. I worked with a lot of athletes. I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
The same thing for you folks. Guide me through this mountain
Yeah.
so that I can regain some of my youth. That's how I look at it, especially because I've worked with older folks now, which was something I never thought I'd want to do.
Yeah.
I'm only working with athletes. I'm not dealing with over 70-year-olds. I'm not doing it.
You're training the boomers now, Ruben.
I'm not gonna demote myself.
Oh,
This is
bring it.
and life's guess what? Bills are coming.
Right. And the people that got some money, they retired.
Ask me now, I'll take a full clientele of over
Right.
70-year-olds. A couple of things that I realized: the smallest progress are the biggest impacts for them.
And
Beautiful.
doesn't that feel so rewarding for you? So I've been a yoga teacher for a couple
You
decades.
totally understand.
And I so appreciated teaching just the 101 classes. It's just so they recognize they had a muscle somewhere. It's like that's, you put your foot on the ground and you press down. This is what you're activating. And that activated the mind.
100%.
That activated the spirit to keep going. So I love that
You
reward.
Totally. And
That can feel like a high in itself,
It is, and I'm we have no choice but to get older. We're still kids inside. We just have turned it into us complaining is us not crying and pouting on the floor. Right?
So
right?
true.
Am I right?
Yes.
It's totally true.
It's
Oh,
so
it is.
true.
We have temper tantrums our whole life.
Our whole life, we were just pouty children in big
Yeah.
bodies. And so what I've appreciated with working with older folks, the smallest changes that to an athlete, like, doesn't mean anything because all they care about is winning. They make the biggest impact. Them walking straight,
Yes.
them not having hip pain,
Oh,
them avoiding
sleeping better.
surgery.
Avoiding
And then little things and then I realize that their kids are like, oh my God, Mom, Dad, you keep going.
Right.
Because the stronger you are, the less likely we have to what? Take care of you.
Totally.
You're independent, you're strong.
The ripple effect is huge.
You hit it right on the head.
Yep.
Yeah.
From a coach, now the ripple effect takes on making other people's lives outside of your clients better. Every day I'm just grateful. I'm just really grateful. And another thing I appreciate is that there's no story. There's nothing to hide. They just,
Oh, yeah.
They lay it bare.
Right. They have a deeper understanding.
they're just present to the session and the conversations feel authentic.
I appreciate you hitting that word authentic because I'll have to say, I was telling Kari as I came in, I was like, I'm usually not nervous because I'm not the one being interviewed, but I'm a little nervous watching this video again of Ruben. It's like, oh, wow. Well, like there's some intensity there. Yeah. To know that, again, face to face, nose to nose, we're all human. And that you get to work with probably the most authentic people right now that you've ever worked with. That's really special.
Very special.
I want to climb the mountain, that concept, and go back to a statement you made when we were on the phone together. And I think you say it in the video as well, but you talk about this process of getting lighter and lighter with each mountain you climbed. You dropped the weight, the burdens. That is so profound, and it's so human. And I feel like we all need to hear more about that.
It all came to a peak at Mount Everest. You go through these struggles and you put these things in front of you and you go through them and you're expecting, what am I going to learn from it, right? Who am I going to become after it? And now that wasn't it. What's the next thing? No, that wasn't it. That's the next thing. And then it hits you. And this particular life experience happened just a few hundred feet from the summit of Mount Everest.
And where was Everest in the trajectory of the mouse?
This was number 6.
Number 6.
And so what happened? Just a few hundred feet from the summit, because we had been traveling, 7-8 hours through the night and into the morning, I suffered snow blindness. It's called dry eye syndrome.
Okay.
So I was with my guide, Lakba Galu Sherpa, and he stops me and he says to me, "What the heck are you doing?" And what was happening is I couldn't stay on the footholds. I was starting to veer off.
Because you couldn't see.
And we're tied into each other.
Right.
I couldn't see. But I had been fighting that for like a couple hours. I was just embarrassed to say anything because I thought it would come back. I kept rubbing my eyes and it got worse and it got worse and it got worse. And pretty soon it was just like a frosty mug. Like I couldn't see anything. And so he pulled me, he grabbed me, he's like, "What's going on? Like, you're going to take us both off the mountain." And we were really close. And I said, "I can't see." And he's like, "What do you mean you can't see?" I'm like, I can't see. Like, I don't even know, like, the color you're wearing. It just looks blurry to me. And he's like, "Oh my God." And mind you, Lakpa's a faithful Buddhist. I said, "How far from the summit are we?" He's like, "About, 20, 30 minutes. And I said, "Well, why don't we get to the summit?" Because we had already navigated the rock side of it, and it's pretty
Straightforward in the
forward,
last 30 minutes.
We can get a couple of Sherpas to bring us down, at least to high camp. Now, mind you, you had trained years for this moment. So he carries me up slowly. He sits me down, and I can't see anything. I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is going on right now? God, why are you playing this joke on? Why would you take my eyesight?
In this moment.
It took me a while to accept this. Like, why would you take my vision, my eyes away from me? You robbed me from a moment. I was expecting the nirvana. I was expecting the drug, the heroin. I was expecting the drive, right? Like the moment.
The hit.
It never came. I'm sitting there. People are coming to me and they're cheering. I can hear the celebrations happening. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm sitting there like, how the heck am I going to get down? And Lakpa said, listen, I've never done a rescue from the top of Everest down. Now, we've worked with people that had limited eyesight, but this is a logistic thing. We'd had 7 Sherpas, and we knew that it was kind of like a life experience this, disabled folk, a person wanted to have. So we've done those kind of things, but it's just you and I.
You were the only two?
He was my personal guide.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, we'll talk to a couple of other Sherpas and see if they can help you bring me down to high camp, which is at 8,300 meters. And then from there, we can get medical help, or because I didn't know how long I was going to be blind for.
I was going to say.
I had no idea. This is a whole other story
Sure.
that I'm playing. I'm like, oh my God, if I make it back home, do I got to make the hallways wider? Am I got to teach my German Shepherd how to be a size?
This is what the mind does, right? Yeah.
And so there were no Sherpas available. It was just Lakpa and I. And I said to him, I'm thinking to myself, if I were Lakpa, what would you do? I'd probably end up like that gentleman in the orange and green suit that I saw early in the morning that was frozen as we were coming up, because you see dead bodies.
Yep.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you do.
Oh.
And then you understand, oh my God, things can go bad real quickly.
Yeah.
You pass the body and you say, what happened to you? And then you move on, and moving on. And then you realize, oh my God, I'm not too far away from that happening to me. And he makes the decision to stay with me, probably leaning into his Buddhist faith. So he ties me in about a meter
Between you?
Between us. Now, I'm probably about 40 pounds heavier than him at this time. So if I fall, he falls.
Yeah.
And he has 3 children, a whole world of things that he's responsible for. And I'm thinking about, why is this man helping me? He doesn't have to. What is his biggest fear? So he ties me in, and we slowly start making our way down. And I say to him one thing. I say, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it. If you say move your right foot 6 inches, I'm moving it 6 inches. This is the only thing that I can offer. It's just to listen and be an excellent student and trust. And trust that you're telling me to do something that's going to save me.
Save your life, yeah.
And then everything that you've ever believed with trusting other people and doing it yourself just dissipates. And in that moment, your life is in the hands of another human being. And you're at the mercy of whatever he wants to do is whatever we're doing. And the only thing I could offer is me just being that student and listening. We would be coming down the ladder. I would just close my eyes because it hurts so much to keep them open from straining. And he would say, I need you to bring your right foot down 1 meter. I'm thinking to myself, 1 meter? It's like 3 feet. Are you going to catch my boot? And he's like, I'll catch it. And I would let go. And I would try to grab, and I would let go. And then he would grab my foot and put it in a foothold. And that went on. I can't even count how many times. Until a point where I said, screw it. If this is the last time I let go, and I fall, this was God's plan. This is where I'm supposed to be going. Luckily, he was able to navigate us down to a point where there was another climber coming up. And I had met this climber 2 weeks prior. His name was Rupert. And he came up to me and he said, "Ruben, what's going on?" And I recognized his voice. He's like, "It's Rupert." Now, Rupert was heading up towards the summit.
Right.
And he was doing a non-assisted climb.
Oh, wow.
With no oxygen.
Oh.
So we were coming down and he was going up.
Wow.
And we were the last, for that morning, we were the last ones coming down.
Right.
There was nobody else coming down behind us because we were moving so slow.
Sure.
Right?
So he's gone up really late,
And
too.
you have to be back by a certain time, right? Or the weather window is going to close and you're in a lot of trouble. So he's going up, no oxygen, completely exposed to the elements. He comes over to me and I'm like, I lost my eyesight, I can't see. And then he's talking to Lakba, and Lakba says to him, "Will you help me bring him down?" And I'm thinking to myself, well, he's going up. If he decides to help me, he has to forfeit his summit. He's not going to do that. Like, who would do that?
Who would do that?
I don't know him that well. Who would do that for me? Dang it. He said, "Yeah, I'll help you." And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on here?
Yeah. Were you also in the dilemma in your mind thinking, would I do this for him?
I couldn't even think about that till later.
Yeah.
I didn't even cross my mind. I was just in awe
Yeah.
that two human beings were willing to put their own life on the line for me. They didn't know me that well.
No.
But what was the common denominator? I was a human, and they were a human, and I was in need. They were in service.
Deeply. Truly.
And being in service overrode their desire for the summit.
It was their reward.
Yeah.
It was their reward. That was the greatness
It was.
for them,
Yeah.
is to get me home to my family.
And your challenge was to receive it.
It's exactly right.
To receive it.
Right now, as you cry, I am smiling. I'm smiling because I think this is the story I was coming after this morning thinking, oh, that's an intense video. Oh, he's like just a rare to go guy. But we're human.
We're human.
And we have to have this side of us as well.
We're human underneath all. We have to allow ourselves to receive love and to receive help.
Yes.
And not look at it as a weakness. Look at it as a strength to accept it, not to take advantage of it. But when you need it at a time, you're like, God, I could really use somebody right now. And somebody shows up.
And they came out of the cloud. Oh my God.
Don't push them away.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that moment changed my life forever. And then I realized, once I made it back and I was able to get my eyesight back and I had conversation with both of them, I still talk to them to this day. I asked Lakba, I said, "Why'd you do it?" He said one word, karma. He's like, "I'm not coming back
To repeat this.
He said, "I'm not coming back to do this again." He's like, "I got a straight shot to heaven."
That's right, baby. Dang, that's the best.
Beautiful man. Such a, just rolled right off his tongue.
Yeah.
Like,
No doubt.
No hesitation.
There's no doubt.
He's like
there.
karma.
Yeah.
He's like, at that moment, God put that in front of me and says, for whatever reason, you've come back to save this man's life. And that was the last time he's ever climbed. He won't do it again.
Oh, wow.
He closed the chapter.
That's
And so,
profound.
yeah, he has a restaurant now and he's doing his
Oh,
thing.
beautiful.
And I saw him last year and we still keep in contact with each other. And so going into my last climb, I had to kill these old demons that I had brewing deep inside me. And climbed in Mount Vincent. And it wasn't about the summit. It was about making it home with the dogs, with the family.
Yeah.
And then you realize something. Why did I leave in the first place?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard this part before.
You come back and you wondered what you were looking for.
It wouldn't have come into your heart, this home, unless you did that.
Walked out the door.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, so when I went back and climbed Kilimanjaro after the 7 summits, it was a celebration. My wife and my friends and my son, and it was more about, let's just do this together. Right? So the perspective has changed and the optics change and the why behind it changes. I don't feel like I need to conquer something. I just want to be with something, be connected to something, whether you make the summit, whether you don't make the summit, it didn't matter. I got up, took action, and whatever life gave me is whatever life gave me.
What did you learn to be with?
First and foremost, I learned the realization of how special I am to have the love at home. And sometimes, heck, I don't want to go anywhere because everything I have is right here. That's the first thing, is gratitude for the space that I'm in today.
Yeah.
I'm healthy, I have a beautiful family. It's like, oh my God, there's so many things that I have that I don't have to search for. You know, you have to go through struggles to find that realization. The key thing is once you find it, move on.
Yeah.
Don't bring it back into your life and relive that record.
Right. Don't repeat. Hit the repeat.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's yours. And this is where community comes in to reinforce that. You share stories. You're like, hold on a second. You're playing an old record.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And you laugh about it and you joke about it. It's like, okay, thank you. That's why you're my friend.
Yeah.
To remember.
To be accountable
To
together.
hold you accountable.
Yeah.
We're moving this through, we're navigating through this thing together. And things are going to come up. Bad conversations with family members. And then you want to jump back into that 12-year-old mind and feel like the victim. You're like, hold on a second.
Well, and those stories are held in our body. And I think that is a beautiful part of science today we've begun to understand.
Yeah.
And that merging with spirituality and healing to get that our issues are in our tissues.
Yes, 100%.
And we can't leave this body out of the equation.
Absolutely not.
So that healing, I mean, I just keep getting this vision of you climbing that mountain with a body, but the journey was for mind, for heart, but brought you back into body.
Exactly. And so when I said every mountain, I felt lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And then you hit Everest and it's like, I have nothing else to fight for.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the strength to fight for anything. I have to listen to another human being guide me so that this person's fighting for my life.
Right.
Because I can't see in front of me. I have to trust you to see for me.
Became defenseless.
Completely. And which gives you a greater appreciation for people that can't see, have certain disability. You just feel so much more connected with people. Because for that moment, you get to experience it.
Well, you burst through the illusion
Correct.
that we all have that I'm in control. That self-illusion, ego illusion.
Absolutely.
You got that experience that just blew it right off the shelf.
Exactly. And I realized, wow, I'm not the same person that I was when I climbed Mount Humphreys. Same heart. Different mind, different spirit.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like accomplishing goals and certain things, I don't know, I find more satisfaction in helping other people accomplish things in their life. Being in service for me is like, it's my purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, I know my purpose. And you can experience other things, but ultimately you come back to help other people. It's like, what if everybody did that? What if everybody lived in a space of wanting to be in service? With no stories.
Without needing to fight for space and
Or
agenda.
expecting something in return.
Expectation.
Which is big. That's big.
How come we just can't share?
I know. Give a gift and let it go. Yeah.
Whoever was supposed to receive it that day, they receive it.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to walk behind you on the street. You're probably dropping dollar bills, man. Whoever that's meant
Well,
for.
I'm definitely not dropping dollar bills. Actually, the funny thing, I call it the penny effect. So anytime I'll see, normal people will just like walk by a penny.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. It's like life telling me I'm on exactly where I'm supposed to be.
That's
so
sweet.
I actually pick up a penny. So
There you go.
no coin goes without being picked up.
All
I'm
right.
just letting you know.
How would you define wellness today? It's that lived definition.
Wellness is a combination of a few things. Your mind, your body, your spirit, your character, your relationships, and the environment that you recreate with it. It's an all-encompassing thing. When you're in the flow, it's a zone.
It's a zone, yeah.
It's a complete zone.
Yeah, because we don't feel it every day, every
Because
moment.
you can have bad days.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you a bad person. I think the character and who you are inside and how you treat others and how you speak about others. So for me, wellness is a spectrum. And sometimes you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling it. Let's go.
Right.
And other times you're like, I'll show up to the gym. I'm doing okay. But I got some things I got to sort through. And just stay right there. If you get any trouble, just know that you have a community that you can talk to.
So you must have a team, what we call a healing team.
I call it the battery pack.
Nice.
They're part of your battery pack.
That's awesome.
Right? Because we all know that there's an exchange.
Yep, energetic
Sometimes
exchange.
you wake up in the morning like, I didn't answer that question. And one of your clients, thanks for that.
I know, it's like they just held a mirror up in front of you.
I should be paying you for today's. So, there's this constant flow of giving and taking and exchanging and sharing. And we all have to pay bills and do our thing, but it's a fair exchange in my view.
Any of the questions that you answered, you recall were like, oh, I want to add that in.
Well, I think the most important thing is like the why behind the climbs.
Yeah.
And why the words powerful human were so close to my heart.
Yeah, share that, please.
In terms of, it was kind of the anchor for me. You always ask the question, what is a powerful human? And then you step back and you look at it like, well, it can't be money, it can't be status, although if you dive into the media, it wants to portray it as that. Yeah, it's attractive and people gravitate towards that, but it's about character. It's about, hey, it's 2 a.m. and I need someone to talk to. Are you willing to accept the call? Those stories. Yeah, I'm here for you. That in my mind is a powerful human, which every one of us has the ability to pull and be with. Yeah. Every one of us. Even playing field. No one's better, no one's worse. The question is how much of the powerful human do you want to bring into your day? Is it just a conversation, or is it 8 hours at the Humane Society?
Right.
Walking puppies. Your expression of your powerful human is up to you. But don't ever believe that you don't have it, or you're not one of them, because you are. I think I would just, that's the most important thing with me, is character. That doesn't mean you can't have bad days, or it doesn't mean you can't get angry or
make mistakes.
upset. It's totally normal.
Yeah.
But you're like, hold on a second, reflect, like why? And when that comes up again, can I behave a little different? Can I respond a little different? Or can I have another conversation within myself to neutralize that reaction? Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
It's a constant
It's
process.
self-coaching.
Totally.
You're just setting yourself straight because you know.
100%.
Yeah. I do have to mention in our culture at large, we have somewhat of a bad relationship with the word power. And so I really want to just say here that when I hear you say powerful human, I feel the positive polarity of that word. That inner personal power of not power over. No. I have power over nothing, no one. But I am empowered from the deepest core out.
Yeah.
When I am willing to be curious, make mistakes, receive help, learn about love, question everything, and grow. It's kind of that learn and grow equation. That is power.
Absolutely. And every morning, what brings me back to owning my power is gratitude, which is different than love, because love can get dark. You could talk to somebody and say, I love that person. And all of a sudden it changes versus I'm so grateful that that person's in my life. The energy's different. The space of gratitude allows me to be in a space of calmness and be with my personal power.
Yeah. Beautiful. It feels like a soft, compassionate heart opening.
Absolutely. And love presents itself there from gratitude. For me, it's the most important. That's why I start my day just in a space of appreciation. And usually the pups give me that. Oh my God, you're so cute.
They're so natural at it.
Yes, they are. That unconditional love.
Yes, they're just so cute. I'm so grateful to have you in my life.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like, okay, let's get the coffee going. And
Right,
right.
So, yeah.
But it's powerful information to know that about yourself and how that works for you. That literal flow of like gratitude opens the door, feel my power, feel connected, boom. I mean, what a beautiful equation.
100%. It's like gratitude. It's perfect visualization. It opens the door. It says gratitude. It's like, here's all these wonderful things about you that you can appreciate.
Right. And there are resources that you can use to get through everything and do everything and give out and weave back in. It's like we talk a lot about resources in the world. We think about like food banks and churches and those sort of like on the ground, boots on the ground resources. Military, a resource. But these inner resources,
100%. And at the same time,
this gives us the life we need.
You can go bankrupt if you're constantly giving, and not in return.
Yeah, so balance.
It's a nice balance.
How do you find that balance?
Well, I think not being afraid to ask for help and seeing the gifts in other people. And knowing that that person possesses something that maybe I don't have. I don't have that life experience, and that's okay. But I'm glad they're in my battery pack, just in case I need them. Right? You don't have to know everything. You're not supposed to know everything. It's perfectly okay.
I like the battery pack idea because I always think of tools in the toolbox. Like, you have your breath. To me, that's a tool. And then my toolbox, if I remember. Battery pack, then, that person is my resource for X, Y, and Z. That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I think of it in terms of charging.
Yeah.
My energy is literally low.
Who do I need to see?
Yeah, and when someone passes and someone's going through a hard time, everybody comes together, right?
Yes.
It's going to be hard, but you can go through that hardship knowing you're not alone, which expedites the healing process.
Oh.
And then if you believe that we live in a world of energy, infinite energy, it's just a transformation. It's just a transformation. And so the people that maybe are not here in the physical form are still here. Actually, probably more here
that we know.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Because they don't have all of that stuff they were born with and they had to live through. They're like, I'm
light.
Here. I'm your resource.
I could just give you both big hugs.
I know.
They're light and they don't have the baggage to weight them down. Yes, this is all.
I see you guys at the airport again.
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
It is.
It's like, just because they're not here in the physical form does not mean they're not here. And actually, when you call them, they're more than here. And their eyes for your future, their eyes for the road ahead. And maybe they drop little tidbits. You probably should make it right there.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Maybe
Mom.
you should pull over right now.
Totally. I just think it's beautiful, and we shouldn't limit ourselves to only this physical realm.
Oh, no. Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's like, maybe the greatest thing we fear should be our greatest acceptance. That death is only you being born.
Yeah. That Buddhist, he wore off on you.
I think so. Because I believe we live forever. I mean,
What's your advice for people that might find themselves hurting, blocked, down, despairing, broken?
the greatest thing I can leave them with and everyone is that everyone's going through something. No one's void of a mountain. The question is this something that you've been through before? Are you reliving a mountain that you've been trying to climb for many years?
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like you're lost because you don't have the tools to summit? I would say reach into your battery pack before it starts to eat you from the inside out. And acquire the knowledge and the tools from other people. Seek guides. And do it as a team. Conquer the mountain as a team. And I promise you, it will go away. The next thing I'll ask is just return the favor. Don't be selfish.
Yeah.
If you see someone else struggling and you have the tools in your toolbox, by God, help.
Well, you guys both hold my hands. Just creating this circle of community and family and intentionality to be connected and help heal. Thank you so much for this healing conversation today in your life, Ruben.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I told my wife I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find the people in Wenatchee, and I think I found them today. So thank you very much.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
I think I feel a little lighter today. Just knowing that there is a human in our community that would want me to feel lighter. Knowing that you are walking our streets, that you're in our neighborhood, that makes me feel lighter.
Thank you.
Live Well, Be Wise is produced and recorded by Kari Lyons Price and yours truly, Dorinda Carlson. Our music is titled Inside You by Leva, a musician and composer at Lemon Music Studio, who we happily found on pixabay.com. Our circle of sharing has concluded for today, but we'd like to give a great gratitude to you, my friend, for listening, for tuning in. Maybe even tapping into that understanding and compassion and the knowing within that tells us we're not alone in our own stories. So maybe you would like to share one of your own, or know a friend or a mentor or a teacher, someone you admire that has an extraordinary and inspirational story. We all have stories. The more we share, the more we know we're not alone. And don't be shy to reach out to connect in other ways, too. Of course, we'd love for you to subscribe and also give feedback. We wouldn't be here without you. We appreciate you. Live well, be wise.
You know, it's nice to know that I spent hours putting this document together.
You're welcome.
And I haven't even touched it yet.
I knew you wouldn't. It's sitting here untouched with a big pile of Kleenex. Snot rags sitting on top of it.
I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I get this all down.
Make sure you get it right.